On a quiet winter evening, in a small town nestled deep within the snowy mountains, something extraordinary was about to happen. It was the night before New Year's Eve, and the whole town was preparing for the festivities. Yet, one family, the Johnsons, could not seem to find any joy. Maria Johnson, a mother of two, had been trying her best to create a festive atmosphere for her children. She hung colorful lights, baked delicious treats, and decorated the house with cheerful ornaments. But despite all her efforts, something was missing. Since her husband, John, passed away a year ago, Maria couldn't bring herself to feel the holiday spirit. Her heart was heavy, and the laughter and light that once filled their home seemed to have vanished along with him. Her children, too, didn't understand why their mother didn't smile as she once had, or why her eyes no longer sparkled when they wrote their letters to Santa Claus. But this night was different. After tucking her children into bed, Maria sat by the fire, feeling the weight of her grief. Just as she was about to drift off to sleep, she heard the soft murmur of her children's voices. They had secretly written a letter, not for themselves, but for their mother, asking for one simple wish: that she would be happy again. Meanwhile, up in the mountains, under a sky full of stars, the winter night was unusually still. The snow gently fell, covering the earth in a blanket of white. And this year, especially on this night, the magic of winter seemed to be stronger than usual. Exactly at midnight, when the whole town was asleep, something miraculous happened. Outside the Johnson house, a large white reindeer appeared, its nose glowing bright red like Rudolph's. It stood at the doorstep as though waiting for someone. Unlike the typical reindeer pulling Santa's sleigh, this one had no sleigh, only a small sack lying beside it, one that looked like it had been carried a long distance. The reindeer knocked its hoofs softly on the door, and when Maria opened it, she saw the creature standing there. The reindeer's eyes were full of warmth, and in them, she saw something she hadn't felt in a long time: hope. In that moment, a star shone brightly in the sky, one Maria had never seen before, and the air was filled with an inexplicable magic. "This is for you," the reindeer seemed to say without words. Before Maria could react, the reindeer turned and disappeared into the night, leaving behind only the fresh scent of pine and snow. As it vanished, the house suddenly came to life. Twinkling lights glowed on the Christmas tree, new decorations appeared on the walls, and a warmth filled the air that hadn't been there before. Maria and her children stepped out into the snow-covered yard, their eyes wide with wonder. They knew in that moment that something truly magical had occurred. That year, for the first time in a long while, they welcomed the new year not just with celebration, but with a sense of renewal and joy. Maria realized that no matter how dark the days might seem, there is always room for a miracle. From that year on, they knew, sometimes, even in the darkest moments, when it feels like everything is lost, a little bit of faith is all it takes for a miracle to happen. And sometimes, all you need to do is believe.